All right, so DeFi, right. It's kind of like the new kid on the block. Everyone's talking about it. The potential is huge.
Huge.
But
Yeah.
let's be real, sometimes it feels like you need to be like a rocket scientist to wrap your head around it all.
Definitely. It can be a little intimidating.
So that's what we're diving into today, a platform that's aiming to change all that, FEG.io.
Yeah. They're really all about making DeFi accessible for everyone.
Not just the crypto gurus, but like regular people who just want to explore this whole new world.
Absolutely. And they're really big on these core values, inclusivity, transparency, building for the long haul, all those good things.
Okay, but those are some pretty big words, right? In the world of DeFi, what do those actually look like in action?
It's easy to talk the talk, but FEG.io seems to be walking the walk, especially with their whole by the people, for the people ethos.
Right, right. I've seen that on their website, but what does it mean in practice?
We'll take their advanced token creation feature, for
Yeah.
example. They're literally saying, hey, you don't need to be a coding whiz to create a sophisticated crypto token.
Wait, seriously, I always thought creating your own token was like reserved for, the hardcore tech geniuses.
That's what's so cool about it. They've simplified the process so anyone can potentially launch the next big crypto thing.
Okay, see, now that's what I'm talking about, breaking down those barriers. That's huge.
And it gets even better. They're not limiting themselves to just one blockchain. They're building on multiple chains.
Multiple chains. Oh, okay, you're losing me a little bit.
So think of it this way. Most blockchains are like their own little islands, right?
Yeah.
And it's hard to get from one to the other.
Yeah, I've definitely run into that trying to like move my crypto around.
Exactly. But FEG.io, they're building bridges between these islands, making it super smooth to move your assets and use different DeFi apps.
So it's like they're creating this interconnected DeFi world where you're not stuck on just one platform or with one type of token.
Exactly. It's about freedom and flexibility within the DeFi space.
Oh, okay, now that's an exciting thought. So they're making it easier to create tokens, they're connecting different blockchains. What else have they got up their sleeve?
Oh, we're just getting started.
Right.
Let's talk about their SmartDeFi protocol and this whole SD Launchpad thing they've got going on, because that's where things get really interesting.
All right, hit me with it. What's so special about them?
All right, so picture this. You're hyped about a brand new project, right? You see the pre-sale and you're like, this is going to be huge.
Oh, I've been there. But then, like, half the time, it ends up being a rug pull and you're left holding the bag.
And that fear, that uncertainty, it's a real drag on the whole DeFi experience. That's where FEG.io's SD Launchpad comes in.
Okay, so less drama, more. What? What's their secret sauce?
It's not really a secret, but it's brilliant. Instead of just buying tokens in the pre-sale, you're actually contributing to the project's liquidity pool.
Interesting. So it's more like you're becoming a stakeholder, right? You're invested in the project's success from the get-go.
Exactly. And as that liquidity pool grows, it makes trading smoother, more stable, and you, as a contributor, you get rewarded in tokens.
So it's a win-win. Investors get a more secure way to get in early, and projects get the support they need to, like, actually launch and thrive.
You got it. They've found a way to align incentives, which is huge in the DeFi space, where it can sometimes feel like everyone's just out for themselves.
Totally. Okay, so they're making waves with token creation, cross-chain compatibility, this whole new approach to project launches. But what about the elephant in the room, security? With all the headlines about DeFi hacks, how can users feel confident about trusting FEG.io with their crypto?
That's the million-dollar question, right? And FEG.io, they get it. They've taken a really proactive approach to security with their SmartDeFi protocol.
Okay, so what does that look like in practice? Are we talking like top secret algorithms and stuff?
Well, for one thing, they've put their SmartDeFi protocol through multiple independent security audits.
So like bringing in the big guns, the outside experts to really put their code through the ringer.
Exactly. Think of it as having a team of, like, code detectives combing through every line of code, looking for any potential vulnerabilities.
Okay, that definitely adds a layer of reassurance. But one thing I found super interesting about FEG.io is this whole concept of asset backing.
Ah, yes, that's a big one.
They're pegging the minimum value of their tokens to establish assets like ETH and USDC. I mean, that sounds almost too good to be true. How does that even work?
It's actually pretty clever.
Yeah.
Imagine, you know how the crypto market can be, it's like a roller coaster, right? Up 1 minute, down the next.
Tell me about it. I've definitely lost some sleep over those sudden price drops.
Well, with FEG.io's asset backing, it's like having a safety net. So even if the market goes haywire, your FEG.io tokens are designed to maintain a certain minimum value because they're linked to these more stable assets.
Okay, so it's like having a built-in cushion for your investment, something to soften the blow if the market takes a nosedive. That's actually pretty genius.
Right. It brings a level of stability and predictability that's often missing in the crypto world. But
Yeah.
hold on, because it gets even wilder. They're also offering interest-free loans.
Wait, what? Interest-free loans? In this economy? Is this even legal?
I know, right?
Yeah.
It sounds crazy, but it's true. You can use your SmartDeFi tokens as collateral to take out a loan, and for the first 30 days, you don't pay any interest at all.
30 days interest-free. Okay, I'm listening. There's got to be a catch, right?
Well, the main thing is you need to repay the loan within those 30 days to avoid interest kicking in.
Yeah.
But still, it gives you so much flexibility.
It's like a short-term line of credit, but instead of your house, you're using your crypto. That's really innovative.
Right. And it opens up a whole world of possibilities for investors. Need some quick cash, but don't want to sell your crypto? No problem. Just take out an interest-free loan against it.
Okay, I'm seriously impressed. This is next-level stuff. But let's talk about something that sounds straight out of a sci-fi movie. Real-world asset tokenization.
Ah, yes. The idea of owning a piece of, say, a Picasso or luxury condo, all through the magic of blockchain.
Exactly. It's like the future of ownership. But how realistic is it really? Can you actually put real-world assets on the blockchain?
It's definitely a complex challenge. I mean, think about it. You need a way to prove ownership, to verify authenticity, and then you have all the legal and regulatory hurdles.
So it's not just a tech problem, it's a whole system overhaul.
Precisely. But that's what makes it so interesting. If FEG.io, or anyone for that matter, can figure it out, it could completely revolutionize how we think about ownership and investment.
I'm thinking about like fractional ownership of real estate, of fine art. The possibilities are mind-blowing.
Absolutely. It could democratize access to assets that were previously out of reach for most people.
Okay, so they've got this whole ecosystem going on, right? They're tackling some really big challenges. But where does the FEG token itself fit into all of this? What can you actually do with it?
Ah, the FEG token, the beating heart of the entire FEG.io ecosystem.
So walk me through it. What's so special about the FEG token?
Well, for starters, it's the fuel that powers the entire FEG.io ecosystem.
Like how so? Give
Yep.
me some examples.
Okay, sure. Think about transactions on the platform, governance rights, staking rewards. All of that is driven by the FEG token.
Okay, I'm starting to get the picture. It's like the key that unlocks all the doors in the FEG.io world.
That's a great way to put it.
Oh.
And here's where it gets really interesting from a technical standpoint. They've managed to create a single contract address for the FEG token across all the blockchains they support.
Wait, back up. A single contract address across multiple blockchains. How is that even possible?
It's pretty groundbreaking, honestly.
Yeah.
Most tokens, they have a different contract address for every blockchain they're on.
Yeah, that's always been my experience. It gets confusing trying to keep track of it all.
Exactly. But FEG.io, they found a way to streamline it all. One token, one contract address across all their supported chains.
Okay, so that means, like, I don't have to worry about having different versions of the FEG token on different chains. It's just one FEG token that works everywhere on FEG.io.
You got it. It's all about making it easier for the user, less headaches, more DeFi action.
I like the way they think. So we've talked about their tech, their vision for the future, but they're also building some pretty cool platforms to support all of this, right?
Absolutely. They've got this whole suite of tools designed to make the DeFi experience smoother and more enjoyable.
Okay, like what? Give me the highlights.
Well, for starters, they've got their own custom trading site.
So it's like their own in-house exchange.
Exactly. They've got all the bells and whistles you need, real-time charting tools, order books, the works.
Okay, so I can buy, sell, trade FEG tokens all within their own platform. Pretty convenient.
Right. And they've gone a step further with something called FA Central.
FEG Central. Okay, what's that all about?
Think of it as their news and information hub. They've got articles, insights, market analysis, everything you need to stay up to date on the DeFi space, and specifically on the FEG.io.
So it's like a one-stop shop for all things FEG.
Got it. They're really big on education and transparency, which is so important in the DeFi world.
Totally. Okay, so they've got the trading platform, they've got the news hub. What about for people who are always on the go? Any mobile apps in the works?
Of course. They've got you covered there, too. They've got an app called FEG Track.
FEG Track, all right. What can I do with that?
Basically, it's like having the entire FEG.io ecosystem in your pocket. You can track your investments, get real-time market data, even manage your DeFi portfolio all from your phone.
Wow, okay, they've really thought of everything. It's impressive to see this level of commitment to user experience. It really feels like they're trying to build a community, not just a platform.
That's a great point. It's not just about the tech, it's about the people using it. And FEG.io seems to really understand that.
It's been fascinating to dive deep into FEG.io with you today. So, to wrap things up, what are the big takeaways our listeners should remember about what makes FEG.io unique?
I think the biggest thing is their dedication to making DeFi accessible to everyone, not just the tech-savvy few.
And they're not just simplifying things, they're actually innovating, coming up with new solutions to some of DeFi's biggest challenges.
Right, like that whole asset backing thing, that's huge for bringing stability to the market.
And we can't forget about their commitment to community building, to transparency, to education. It's refreshing to see.
Absolutely. It feels like they're playing the long game, building something sustainable and valuable for the future of finance.
It's been an eye-opening deep dive into the world of FEG.io. It'll be exciting to see where they go from here.
Absolutely. They're definitely one to watch in the DeFi space, that's for sure.
And on that note, we'll wrap things up. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep asking those important questions.